Cancer, what's happening? What's crackalacking? And what's poppin', baby? It's your boy CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your February mid-month love quickie, okay? So the reason why this video is going to be more quick and straight to the point is because I mentioned that the February 2020 readings were super late. So in order not to have the mid-months be super late, I wanted to make sure that we could do these a little bit more quicker and straight to the point so that we can be on par for March 2020 readings. Nonetheless, though, as you guys always know, this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any reader of your choice that we got here on this platform. Also, these messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your situation in particular. And if you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you can check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. First link in the description if you want to take a look into my family's life. But nonetheless, Cancer, let's get into it and see what messages we got coming through. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout February 15th to the 29th. What do we got coming through for Cancer here? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout February 15th to the 29th. Let's go ahead and get two more shuffles. Messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout February 15th through the 29th. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what messages we got coming through for you. Cancer, overall energy of the reading is the Hierophant card, so you can be connecting possibly with a Taurus. In regards to the Hierophant energy, it's about commitment, but of course the Hierophant can be more flexible than just that. There are going to be a number of you Cancers right now that are searching for new jobs. You may be searching for new jobs within the law. You could be searching for jobs possibly as being a teacher. You may be going back to school wanting to be a teacher or something like that. Coming into your current energy though, we have the Temperance card. Person you are connecting with here is the Eight of Swords, and then the outcome that is present is the Seven of Wands. So I'm feeling this is you, and you're ready to put a dent in a lot of connections that you're dealing with because I think you're tired of being an emotional punching bag. And what I feel like that necessarily means to me, because that came through so fucking strong, is that you're in a position right now, Cancer, where it's like, I'm tired of being the healer. I'm tired of healing other people. I'm tired of being a light worker. And most Cancers are natural born light workers because you guys are so empathic that you take upon everybody else's energy, and you're usually the person who likes to help people and help the world. But I feel like you're in a position right now where you're like, I just can't commit to that. I really can't. I also do feel like there has been an increase in psychic abilities for a number of you Cancers. Now, you guys are probably going to be like, well, I'm not a psychic, but everybody does have psychic abilities to some certain extent. So Cancer, you may notice during the second half of the month, you are able to read people more easily. For some, you might even be able to look at a person and tell what they're thinking. So I feel like you're in that period of time where it's like your empathy is growing so strong to the point where it's like, there's too much energy surrounding me at all given times. I need to find myself a little hermit place and be in that place and be away and separated from everybody's energy, because I do feel like it's starting to become very overwhelming for you guys moving into the second half of the month. So with the Temperance card to the Eight of Swords here, you know, this is who you're connecting with. You can be dealing with an air sign here, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarian. But I feel like you're in a place where it's like, I want to help people that are going through a lot, but right now I kind of have to sit back and focus on filling my own cup, okay? Because when you actually take a look at the Temperance card right here, you know, this angel is filling her own cup with that fire and that water, right? So bringing in the elements to ground yourself, and with the Seven of Wands, this is you kind of restricting yourself from this, other people's thoughts, other people's baggage, what people are going through currently. I think you just need a break from all that so you can kind of divert the attention back to yourself. The thing about empathy is that, right, if you don't cleanse yourself or separate yourself from others' energies, everybody else's energy around you can become so overwhelming to the point where it attaches to you, and you actually end up taking on the energy of other people that you didn't want in the first place. So with the Eight of Swords here, you're like, okay, I got to take myself a step back, kind of focus on being in, during the second half of the month, kind of focus on being in hermit mode and rejuvenation mode rather than being responsive to everybody else's energy that they're bringing towards me. And you don't even have to talk to people, Cancer, to pick up on their energy. It's just like, if you take a look at a person, you feel what they're going through and you're like, this is too much. I got to sit back and relax. So I feel overall, you're trying to break that commitment. Oh, hello. We had some card fall out. But you're trying to break the commitment to, give me one second. Cancer. What do we got here? Ace of Cups. You're trying to break that commitment to being too involved in everybody's life because you feel like you've been giving out way too much of yourself and you haven't been giving enough back to yourself, okay? So what I'm going to do here, Cancer, is I'm going to go over who you're dealing with, take a look at what's going on with them and how they feel towards you. Then I'll take a look at what's going on with you and how you feel towards them. We'll see where energies are aligning and then the outcome that's present for the second half of the month. So, in regards to who you're dealing with, Cancer, let's take a look here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout February 15th through the 29th. Who is the person Cancer's dealing with and how they feel towards Cancer throughout the second half of the month? Okay, you got here Moon card, you got here a Nine of Cups. So, whoever you're connecting with here, it could be a Pisces, but also a Cancer or a Scorpio. You got here a Chariot card, a Wheel of Fortune, a Four of Swords, a Tower card, a Death card, and then a Two of Pentacles. So it feels like life in general for you, because keep in mind, this could be a very specific person you're dealing with, or this could just be people around you as in general, right? So from what I'm seeing here, Cancer, with the Moon card to the Nine of Cups, everyone around you seems to be in a position where they are going through what you want to call rapid change in their life right now. But with this change that's coming in, they're also experiencing a lot of tower moments. They're experiencing a lot of destruction in their life as the universe is working in their life as it's working in yours as well. But I feel in specifics that with whoever you're connecting with here, they're calling or going through a lot of rapid changes, but instead of taking those changes head on and focusing on what they need to do in their life, they're in a period of projection and venting to the point where they're ignoring their problems and handing their problems over to you. So I think that this is where the problem lies, because if you even take a look at this, right, the Death card to the Two of Pentacles, the Death card is that change that's coming into your person's life, and then the Two of Pentacles is like, I could be responsible with the change, I can, take action on, or I can kind of throw it over here. So I feel like whoever you're dealing with, Cancer, you're dealing with a person who is not taking responsibility for what they're going through. And with the Tower card to the Four of Swords, it's like they're clocking out. They're like, yep, the Tower is affecting my life, it's hitting my life, but I'm clocking out. I'm avoiding my problems at all cost. And with the Wheel of Fortune to the Chariot card, I will gladly, do the little Uno reverse and throw that shit at Cancer. So I feel like you have been, a busy bee taking care of a lot of other people's problems to the point where it's like you're here making them feel better on an emotional level, but what are you doing for yourself? So I definitely do feel that a lot of people that have been in your life, or a lot of people, whether this is a specific person or a general person, or general people in your life, as a general statement, Cancer, have been going through a lot, but they tend to always try to rely on you to be like their problem solver. And you're like, I can't do this right now. I'm not your therapist. I got a lot going on in my life, because the collective as a whole during this transit, during this time period, is going through a lot of changes. So you're like, look, man, I'm going through a lot of changes myself. I kind of have to focus on centering myself and really getting away from the energy and clutter of everyone else, because it's too overwhelming. Taking a look at how you feel here, Cancer, and what's going on with you during the second half of the month. Coming into the first card, Five of Cups. You're not so happy moving into the second half of the month, okay? Coming into the second energy that's present, the Emperor card. Yeah, you're trying to take control of this situation, and I think that you are needing your power of control back. You got the Justice card here, the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and then the Four of Wands. So Cancer, it's like you're in a position where you really love helping other people, but I think it's starting to get to the point where you're absolutely draining yourself, my love. You are draining yourself, okay, into the pits of unhappiness. With the Justice card to the Page of Pentacles, it's almost like this might be a reflection here. Oh, Cancer, wait a second. We're going deep. This might be a reflection here, because remember how I said the person or people you're dealing with are refusing to take action on their changes, so they're coming to you. Well, maybe you're helping people, because making an impact in somebody else's life may distract you from the impacts you need to make in your own. You know that saying, how you can give advice better than you can take your own? You're in that energy, Cancer. I feel like you're in a position right now where you are kind of distracting yourself from your own problems by helping everybody else with theirs. But you realize this month that's something you can't do anymore, because you've seen where it's taken you. Five of Cups. You've seen where it's taken you avoiding your own problems as well, filling in the gaps for others. So with the Emperor card this month, you're deciding to take action on your own problems. That's why you want to be in hermit mode. The Emperor card to the Five of Cups. you're deciding to get that action back. So as you're taking action here, Justice card, Page of Pentacles, you're focusing on nailing out the problems you're dealing with yourself rather than dealing with everybody else's problems. So you're putting yourself ahead. So essentially, you're a mirror from this person and you're a mirror to that person. You're mirroring everybody else's actions on a collective level, except now you're realizing, oh shit, I've been dealing with everybody else's problems for too long. My problems are stacking up. It's bringing me to a point of low energy and unhappiness. I got to get right with myself. I got to get right with my happiness. So 6 of Wands here to the 6 of Pentacles, you're making the conscious choice throughout the second half of the month here to work on what you need to bring, or to work on what needs to be brought to your attention, right? In regards to yourself. So 6 of Wands here, this is working on your success and how to build your happiness, okay? And with the 6 of Pentacles here, this is you bringing yourself back into that balance where it's like, I gotta take care of me before I can take care of anybody else. So now you're stepping into that new door, okay? So I do see here the Temperance, once again, as I said earlier, you focusing on rejuvenating yourself. I do see you recognizing what was happening. It was like, whoa, I was taking care too much of everybody else's business. I got to be back on my business. And maybe you'll actually be setting an example to the other people, because once you're no longer there for somebody who keeps wanting to come to you for comfort, they recognize that they need to address their own shit as well. Okay? It's kind of the energy that I'm seeing coming through. So yeah. You know, and the thing about the collective right now is that there's tower moments all across the board. Everybody's recognizing something that they need to be focusing on, and there can't be any more distractions. You know, I think there's been a lot of distractions because Mercury has recently entered into Pisces. Mercury's in retrograde, so Mercury retrograde in Pisces is an illusion, meaning that the illusion is something you shouldn't feed into. Illusions can create distractions. So your distraction lately, Cancer, has been being devoted and committed to helping everyone else, but truthfully, you should have been committed and devoted to helping yourself, because there was a lot of things that were going on in your life that you didn't address and that you didn't fix, and now they're starting to come up during this retrograde season, okay? So I do feel like you're taking that appropriate action now to really take a look at your life and what you need to do for yourself and evaluate what's gonna bring happiness towards you, rather than bringing happiness towards others so that you could feel good, but at the end of the day, so that you could distract yourself from what's missing in your life, okay? In regards to where energies are aligning for Cancer, let's take a look here. You got here 9 of Wands, you got here Judgment card, and then you got here King of Swords. Yeah, your angels and guides want you to be very much so setting up a lot of boundaries for yourself. Because the 9 of Wands talks about holding a lot of stuff in. If you've been holding a lot of stuff in as of lately, Cancer, it's time for that release to come forward. Have a conversation with your guides. Have a conversation with the universe if you have to. You know, even take up journaling if you want to. But with the Judgment card here, your guides want you to know it's time for you to set up boundaries and really cut back into the roots, taking a look at what needs to be fixed in your life, and then only really addressing that first before you can address anything else. Because right now, if you don't take care of yourself or involve yourself into self-care, you're going to get way too lost into someone else. And that's not exactly what you want to do right now, because when you get Mercury retrograde is in full effect, and apparently I didn't even run out of space, Cancer. My phone just stopped recording. I didn't even press anything. So that's cool. Thank you, Mercury, for the blessings. I appreciate it. So moving forward, as I was stating here, Cancer, your guides this month, they really want you to put up that emotional wall where it's like, look, I have a lot of love and compassion for the world, but I'm missing a lot of that love and compassion for myself right now. There's a lot of things you need to get straightened out in your life. Getting into that a little bit though, what does Cancer really need to confront or address throughout this second half of the month, please? Okay, we got here the 10 of Pentacles, your abundance. I think your abundance is something that's important to address. This can be in regards to the direction your career is going. This could be in regards to the direction your money's going. It could also be in the direction of what is your end goal? What is your happiness? What goal are you trying to reach? That may need to be addressed here. Yeah, Magician card. What are you manifesting, Cancer? So I feel like your guides want you to bring the attention back to yourself, and they want you to be like, hey man, what are you manifesting? Are you manifesting a home right now? Are you manifesting a dream career? Are you manifesting a family? What is it that you want in life right now? Let Mercury deliver that to you. Let the planets work for you. Don't work against it. Okay, right now is one of those times where you got to bring the focus to yourself on, it's 2020. What am I aligning myself with this year? What am I planning to do? Okay, because you've been caught in the illusion of the, empathy. The thing about being an empath is that, yes, it's great to help other people. Yes, It is great to be able to feel what people are going through and empathize with other individuals. But sometimes you get so lost in your empathy for other individuals that you lose focus of what you really want to create in your personal life. Ace of Wands, it's time to get that burning passion of yours back and redirect your energy back to it. So I feel like really your guides right now, or the universe, whatever you want to call it, but you know, to me, I work with guides, so I would assume this is what your guides are pointing you in the direction of. I do feel like your spirit guides are telling you it is time for you to really focus on what you're manifesting here, rather than focusing on helping other people get the benefit of the doubt. You know, everybody else is always going to go through some shit. Your people over here that you're dealing with are going through their own changes in life, and so are you. Things are changing, right? The thing about Mercury in retrograde is that what Mercury will tend to do is Mercury will either make something, or it will always reveal something to you. Mercury will reveal something to you, some sort of lesson. Whether that lesson be, there's a person in your life you need to cut out, that could be revealed. Or Mercury will reveal to you, you are too distracted, you are focusing on something you shouldn't. Such as in this situation, you're focusing too much on other people rather than the abundance here that you are lacking, that you should be manifesting, because right now is the time to do it. You know, another example Mercury could be showing you is that maybe the person that you're dealing with that you think is perfect for you, maybe you haven't been noticing the actions they're taking have actually been negatively impacting you. Mercury likes to get into thoughts, right? Because Mercury is all about communication, it's all about thinking, it's all about thoughts, okay? So when we get into that Mercurial energy, it's trying to show you something that you are distracted from. It's trying to show you something that you should be focusing on rather than what you're focusing on currently. So it's going to point out what you're doing wrong and be like, hey, let's get back to the main point of what we set out to do here for your 2020 mission. So, Ace of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, the Magician card. You know, Mercury in general and your guides are warning you, hey, it's time to focus back on your abundance. This is a year for abundance. This is a year for you to make some moves, to venture into the unknown, and to really get shit done. Don't get lost in no one else, okay? So get those boundaries back up, Cancer. Make sure right now you're taking out the time to do what you need to do. What you need to do. You know what you need to do. You know what your goals are. You know what your aspirations are. You know what is going to bring you to the land of happiness. We need to follow through with that. As for the outcome for the second half of February, let's take a look here. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs throughout February 15th through the 29th. What do we got? We got here 5 of Wands. We got here 10 of Swords. And we got here the Devil. And one last card, 7 of Pentacles. It's time to eliminate these energies surrounding us. Take a look at the bottom of the deck, my Cancerians. We got the Star card. Beautiful. So, 5 of Wands to the 10 of Swords. It's time to end the frustration. Okay? Do not push and pull in anybody else's life. Really redirect what you need to do for yourself right now. It's also time as well to ease up on stress. Because here's the thing about Mercury retrograde. The only time you're stressed is when you're working against it and you're not working for it. Remember, Mercury's trying to show you a lesson in your life. They're trying to show you what's the right path for you to be on. If you keep resisting that path that it's trying to put you on, then you're going to, ideally end up being stressed and burnt out, right? So with the 10 of Swords to the 5 of Swords, stop resisting what Mercury's trying to show you. Accept the lesson. They want you to focus on your abundance. Focus on that abundance. Focus on what you set out to do, okay? And moving forward with the Devil card to the 7 of Pentacles, no longer invest in this, okay? There's going to be a lot of low energy around you, Cancer. At the end of the day, as a Cancerian myself, we always attract low energies. And what I mean by this is that it doesn't mean just because somebody's in a low vibration, they're a terrible person. It just means they're going through a lot. Do not be a sponge for someone else's negative energy, because you were not put on this planet to 110% take away their pain and make your life a living hell. You were put on this planet to set by example, to lead by example, so that you are in a position where you focus on expanding your life and making your life beautiful and creating amazing things and creating happiness in your life so that you can spread that happiness by example. Now, it's not, fair to say, oh, don't help anybody, Cancer. Help people if you can, but don't become an emotional sponge for the negativity any longer. If there is negativity in your life that you don't feel you want to be surrounded by, you don't need to be surrounded by that. What you are focused on right now is alignment with what your true happiness will bring you. So take some time out, Cancer, to think about what's going to be bringing happiness into your life. Of course, you can always find happiness within, but you have to align yourself with things that'll bring happiness to you. So if right now, whatever your abundance consists of, focus on that. Whether it's a certain career type and you're going to say, fuck it, I'm finally going to do this. I'm finally going to make my dreams and my career come true. Or whether it is about moving somewhere new, if you have to move somewhere new, or starting a family with a specific person that you love, take care of that. Right now it's time to take care of business and direct yourself in the place you want to go that's totally going to bring you the happiness you deserve. Okay? Rework through your problems. Come back to yourself, evaluate what you need to do to get out of that Five of Cups energy. And, you know, when your cup is filled, you can fill the cups of others. But until your cup is filled, if you are just caring or worrying about other people's problems, you're distracting yourself from your own, and nothing's getting done that's bettering or favoring you, okay? I'm telling you, your cards are potent as fuck, okay? Judgment card to the King of Swords. They're like, Cancer, be on your shit. They want you on your shit. Not anybody else's shit, okay? They got their guides for that, all right? Nonetheless, Cancer, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, if it resonates, you let me know down in the comments down below. Take care. Have a fantastic, awesome, amazing, and beautiful day, and I will see you guys in March 2020. Peace.